Welcome to eBuilder University's on-demand video training. If you would like to learn more about additional training opportunities, please contact your account manager. Now let's jump into updating schedule tasks in the scheduling module.
Good day, everyone. This is Martin Estazarian, Certified eBuilder Trainer, and in today's very short video, we're going to talk about how to update an existing schedule. So in the past videos that we did in the series, we showed you how to set up a schedule, all the rules of engagement. We showed you how to activate and baseline a schedule. Now we're kind of moving forward and pretending as if we're in the mix in the project and we're actually completing the different tasks in the schedule. So percent complete plays a very important role in schedule management because for most of the organizations that use eBuilder, they will base their invoicing approvals based on the percent complete. Not that they are currently integrated with their cost module out of the box, but still it is a factor that plays a major role in determining whether someone's going to get an invoice paid. So what I'm going to do is I'm quickly going to show you some really easy ways of updating the percent complete and making sure that you're doing it in the most efficient way possible. Now, one disclaimer, depending on your permissions will also depend on whether or not you're able to do updates to the percent complete. All those permissions will vary. So let's begin. The first thing I want to do is I just want to go right into this task called acquisition, and I want to look at how it's currently laid out on the screen. So acquisition has a green bar here on the left-hand side because it is baselined. Currently, it's at 0%, and it is part of the critical path, which this is what this basically means. It is part of the critical path. The predecessor is row number 2, and the status is on time. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump to a very high extreme, and we're going to see what it yields in the schedule module so you can understand how it's going to behave when you're updating percent completes. What I'm going to declare is that the acquisition task here is 100% complete. And notice the huge changes that have taken place. Number one, right above it, you're going to see that now for the overall project, we have adjusted the overall percent complete, which is about a little under 11%. To the left, you're going to see that the bar that was once green has changed to blue. And if you hover over it, it will give you a status of complete. And to make matters better, if you go to the right-hand side, I have conveniently added a status column here, which is one of the options of the columns that you can add to your table, and it will label it as complete. So that's really awesome that it really easily lets you see exactly where your task is at, both verbally and visually, depending on what you prefer. If you prefer not having an extra column here and you want to just rely on the color, you can do so. Now, what I also want to do is I want to kind of move the Gantt chart here and show you what has been done to the Gantt chart as a result of this entry. Notice that, first of all, the acquisition line here, which is listed right here, has kind of taken on a different color. It's slightly lighter blue than the other ones, right? And notice when I hover over the box, it will conveniently tell me that it is 100% complete, which is awesome, okay? Now, the other part that I like about this is that if you hover over this, it will actually tell you the percent complete for the overall project based on the 100% completion of planning, right? Or acquisition, rather. So I want to make sure you guys can see the results here because, again, eBuilder is offering you here many different perspectives on the status of each one of your tasks. Now let's not go so extreme. Let's kind of do kind of a middle of the road percentage. Let's say planning is 30%, and we'll see how that looks. Okay, now notice that the color here doesn't change because it's not 100% complete. However, notice what happened here to the Gantt chart. Notice that we have a little bit of an increase here in this line for planning. Okay, it's actually showing you the percent complete for planning. So again, if you're going to go do these updates, it's good that you understand what it will yield as far as results. Now, let's hypothetically say that you have the same values or similar values across multiple rows. I'm going to show you the drag and copy feature, which I find to be awesome here, right? So let's hypothetically say that SD, DD, and CD are hypothetically all 20% complete, which would probably never be the case. But all I can do here is go to this little corner here on the box, make sure that plus sign shows up. It's kind of like the universal symbol in Excel for dragging and copying a cell. And if I drag down, everything should become 20%. So let me click out of it. Let me click on this again. And now everything in this case, because I changed it, becomes 19%. So you do have that very MS Project Excel feel here, which will let you operate at this a lot quicker. Okay. So I want to make sure you guys are good with this and you understand. I hope this video was helpful. Now, the final step before I leave you here today, don't forget the save button. Most people forget about the save button because I think it just doesn't show itself on the screen as you're working and you forget. So if you were to click out of this, it would not save what you've done. I want to make sure that everything you've done up until this point you save. So by clicking it, you've now saved it, and until you see this green bar, you have not done anything to the schedule officially. So make sure you do that. And what it will do is it will track it here in the history. Everything that you've modified, so you'll notice that these are the last things that I modified here. It will track it by name, by date and time, and what the actual description of the change was. Very important stuff to understand, okay? So I hope this video was helpful once again, and thank you for watching.
If you would like to learn more about additional training opportunities, please contact your account manager.